Stephanie Carides here from the Institute's Tax Policy team. With me today is Sarah Blakelock from McCulloch Robertson and Chair of the Institute's upcoming Queensland Tax Forum that's running in Brisbane at the end of August. Welcome, Sarah.
Thanks, nice to meet with you.
Now, we don't often get to catch up face to face, so we thought this might be a great opportunity for us to catch up and hear about Queensland's premier event. Sarah, the idea of the forum in the Brisbane CBD is a new concept to Queensland. So how did this come about?
Yes, Steph, it is a new concept, and it really came about because we realised at the end of last year, when we started to look at the planning schedule for this year, that we really had a crowded schedule. We had not only what we traditionally have, which is the Queensland State Convention, but we also had the National Convention coming to Queensland, which was obviously held in March this year,
Yep.
and the Corporate Tax Retreat, which has always been traditionally held, later in the year, June or October, just depending on which year. And it occurred to us that we actually wouldn't be able to carry on all of those events. So we looked at a new and innovative way in which we could actually deliver the same level of technical content, but do so in a way which was much more accessible to our members. And hence why we came up with essentially an event in Brisbane CBD, which we haven't run as a premier event before, or not for a number of years. And also one which actually is a streamed event where we have an SME stream and a corporate stream running tandemly together with a number of plenary sessions, and it just seemed to make sense. The other thing which was quite attractive for us was the opportunity for employers to be able to purchase a firm ticket, one where they can allow their employees or themselves to be able to attend up to 14 of the sessions on that one ticket with multiple staff members attending, which just makes it accessible to so many more people, and that's been quite well received.
Sounds good to me. So have members been receptive to this new concept?
Look, they have, and there's so many reasons why they have been. As I said, the flexible ticketing is one of the main reasons. The other reason why I think people have been really receptive is that the forum is really a true forum. A forum in every sense of the word is how we've described it. Many of the sessions are panels. We've attracted assistant commissioners, as well as many of the senior ATO staff from Brisbane and from elsewhere where it's appropriate. That's been really important. There's been a lot of engagement on such things such as tax risk governance. As you know, the guide was released just recently. We've also got senior people talking about tax compliance in corporate space and in the SME space. And of course, only a couple of weeks ago did we see the ATO move its objection function into the review and dispute resolution function. And so there's a whole new approach there. And we've got someone from the ATO, Joanne Casburn from Queensland, coming to talk about that. And that's really key. Of course, as I said before, there's that opportunity to mix and match. If you want to go to some of the SME sessions or some of the corporate stream sessions, you can mix and match the program so it actually meets your needs as a practitioner. And that's it's been some great feedback that we've seen. We're covering everything from what is the latest in BEPS and transfer pricing, all the way through to business succession planning, whether that's through exit through sale or transition to the next generation, bit of FBT in there, employees versus contractors, and it rolls on. And so there's something for everyone, and I think the market has really engaged with us on that, and we're almost sold out.
It definitely sounds like there's something for everyone there in such a huge, broad-ranging program. And the one part that I'm, really quite excited about is that we've attracted these great high-profile speakers. The Assistant Treasurer, Josh Frydenberg, is going to be talking about tax reform. Miranda Stewart, who's a leading academic in tax policy and transfer policy as well, will be speaking. And also Graham Cooper, Professor from Sydney University, who I'm sure is going to give a lively debate about how tax reform affects tax practitioners.
Yeah, that's right. These sessions are going to be delivered at, really a pinnacle time in the tax reform debate. And, you're right in the midst of it. What should we expect going forward? You know, obviously we're at a time where all those submissions have now been lodged, and it's a huge job for the tax white policy division of Treasury to work through, and I couldn't imagine how much work they've got on. But what is next in this?
Look, we're in the midst of this tax reform debate right now. So this is the debate that the Institute's called on for a long time. It's happening. Treasury's got well over 800 submissions that it's got to sift through, and I'm sure there's a broad range of great ideas that they've received. The next stage of this is the release of the options paper, which is due out, and we're certainly expecting it to come out in October this year. And that paper is meant to contain a range of design options for areas of reform for the tax system that we're expecting reform will occur. But after that, the government's got to develop its white paper, which will be its tax policy paper that it's going to take to the next election in 2016. After that, though, whether any of the changes that come out of this reform process actually occur, well, the government's got to get itself elected, first of all. So we'll certainly see what happens after that. You mentioned, though, earlier that there's only a couple of spaces left. If members do want to get along to the forum, who should they contact? What should they be doing now?
Yeah, look, as always, Tax Institute's webpage has the program. Jump on the webpage, find the program, download it, or just get in contact with your local Tax Institute office. The girls in Queensland will be more than happy to help.
I'm glad we had this opportunity to catch up today. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Steph.